bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around.
Dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all. President Sputnik in 1957. Impact of this invention on the minds of men everywhere are attempting to make a determination which road they should take. Early, my term, our efforts in space have begun to advice of the Vice President, as Chairman of the National Space Council, we have examined where we are strong and where we are not, where we may succeed and where we may not. Now it is time to take longest.
The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out. The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around.
Dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all. President Sputnik in 1957. Impact of this invention on the minds of men everywhere are attempting to make
The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out. The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out. The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out. The countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. T-bar started to count. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, main bus A, stay out. Stay out. Will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. CLSR sequence has been initiated. I got 3 fuel cell lights and 86 bus flight fuel cell disconnect, 86 bus overload 1 and 2, and I only wish that I could be out there to the splashdown. I can assure you that prisoners here in the United States and around the world were watching, and
Houston, try SCE to auxiliary. SCE to auxiliary.
Good staging and good thrust on the second stage.
Now there are problems here. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure if you were hit by lightning.
Your launch is looking good, Pete.
Okay, I have a good GDC, and Al has got the fuel cells back on, and we'll be working on our AC buses.
Right, Pete, your fuel cells look good down here. Roger, we copy. Pete, you're looking good. Good staging and vigorous on the second
Hello everybody. Hi. Welcome to Day of the Devs. All right, we're gonna get stuff started up here, so if everyone wants to come up, we're gonna have lots of exciting things happening on this stage over the course of the next 4 hours. So we have lots of games, lots of musical performances, cool stuff. Real quick, just so you know where everything is here in the house, all the games are pretty much upstairs or outside. So up here we have Hohokam, Spy Party, a new game that we're going to announce pretty soon on this stage, so stay tuned. We got Broken Age over here, Space Base, Transistor, Super Time Force, Mercenary Kings, and then downstairs outside we have Video Ball and Sports Friends. So I would get in line now before the lines get crazy. But lots of fun to come, starting with Tim Schafer.
Hello. Thank you, Greg Rice. Greg is the guy who pretty much put a lot of this together. Can you guys hear me? Greg put this together, so big hand for Greg Rice. Thank you, Greg. Thanks for coming. This is probably the last time my voice is going to be working today, so please enjoy my sultry tones. It's going to be all just duck squawks pretty soon. I just want to say we've wanted to have an event like this for a long time. We've had amazing fan meetups before, like at PAX, and we've done shows with other developers, and we've done press events, but we've never done them all together in one place, and also where I won't have to fly to go to it. So that's the main advantage to it. But it's great to have you all here and to see our games and see, especially the game that we're working on. For me, Broken Age for the first time among all the other great games that are here. We're going to show a little bit of it on stage right now, but please go try it out for yourself. We've been doing a lot of stuff over the last year with our kind of a new way of being really open to our community and letting them see us, I don't know what the metaphor is, in the buff. No, with our pants down, our dirty laundry, all of that. So I'm going to do that right now on stage. With and so we're showing a demo of the game in progress. It's got some Scratch dialogue in it, but whatever, you've been watching the documentary, right? You're totally used to that. It's amazing Scratch performances by some of our fine programmers. So I'm going to get right into just talking about this game, Broken Age. Yeah, we kickstarted it a little while ago. A lot of you are backers. Thank you for backing. Woo! I used to make adventure games before a lot of you guys were born, so I'm really super old, and really enjoyed making those games that were really so valued the story and the characters and the immersion and the jokes and all the puzzles. And we haven't been able to make one for years because they didn't really seem really commercially viable. And through the magic of crowdfunding, everyone who said, no, we still want to make those kind of games was able to actually get together and make it happen and change a lot of stuff for a lot of people. So that was amazing. And I haven't worked on this kind of game for 10 years or more. And so it's been really great for me to get back in and think about things like dialogue trees and puzzles, and we wanted to make them both modern but also true to what adventure games have always been. Like, to me, they're a game that you can play if you're not really physically dexterous, which I am not, amazingly. I know seeing me stand here, you can see I'm like a gazelle. I get like very, very coordinated. But yeah, thanks for laughing at that one. But games, they move at your own pace and let you think about what you want to do next and explore this world. And there's a certain special way that your brain operates when you're playing an adventure game that I never thought I'd be able to really get into again, but I've been able to do it here with this game. So you can start it. It's a story about a boy and a girl and their parallel stories. And the boy is named Shay, and he lives all alone on a spaceship. I've always loved stories of science fiction where people are alone in space. He's being raised by kind of over-mothering computer. And then the stuff we're showing you today is the story of Vella, who is a young girl who's been chosen by her town for great honor, which is to be sacrificed to Mog Chothra in order to save the town. And she has this funny idea of, what if we actually fight the monster instead of actually just letting the monster eat me? And that really kicks off her whole town and starts her adventures. And so it's both these parallel stories about people kind of coming of age and bucking against the things that their societies have set out for them. Hey, look, it's already gone. Here is after Vella breaks free from that sacrifice. She's now walking around the cloud colony of Mariloft.
What's yours?
Let me turn this around gracefully so you can see.
Walter?
Walter, with an apostrophe. We admire lightness in all things.
Oh, look, here's the
no
sound.
extra baggage, no extra letters.
That's the voice of Richard Horvitz, who plays Raz in Psychonauts.
Can you guys help me? I need to get back to Sugar Bunting right away.
You're from Sugar Bunting? So that's why you smell like frosting.
What's the big rush? Stay here and float a while.
Mariloft is a town where everyone lives on these clouds, and there are these nests of birds around. And the one problem with Mariloft, it's really nice and peaceful and tranquil, but you just can't get off of it. It's like a cult. And so you have to find out who the leader of this cult is and figure out a way to actually bust out of this peaceful, tranquil cloud colony.
Let's go back to talking about Mariloft.
I knew this magical place would win you over eventually.
Who's
So
Jesse?
you notice it has
That
dialogue
big blue
trees in
olive
it.
oil.
We were thinking a lot about
really?
what do we want to change
I
about
guess I
adventure games and what
overthink
don't we
it.
want to change.
Actually,
One of the weird
take
things
my
about being backed
advice.
by a lot of people who like
Stay
adventure games is you don't really have
away.
to think about how am I going to make this game appeal to people who hate adventure games. Like, we don't have to do that. We're making this game for our backers, which means there's people who love adventure games. And so I think they want it to be modernized in some ways, like have really modern, beautiful art to look at and really high production audio and live instruments and all the amazing things in the presentation, but still have the things they love.
Well, I'll see you two later.
Farewell. Stick to the paths.
Stay on the twigs or you'll eat a pig.
The eat a pig line totally makes sense
Sorry,
if
Pop.
you're playing the game. I also, one of the reasons I made Brutal Legend was because demoing adventure games in public is really hard. But demoing a game where a guy jumps a hot rod over a dinosaur, like, it's really much easier to demo. So here's what it was like in the
Hi,
90s to
I'm
demo an
Mag-
adventure game.
McGee.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
What did you say your name was?
McGee. It's Maggie, without the A.
Everyone in this town
My
has
dad's
had a letter
idea.
removed from their names because they believe in lightness in all things and no extra letters in their names. It's just a philosophical thing with them.
What are you
That
doing
voice
exactly?
actor is actually
I'm
Hynden Walsh, who
taking
plays
care of these
Princess
eggs.
Bubblegum in
If
Adventure
it weren't
Time.
for me, they'd
awesome.
get dusty or something.
How do you get to the eggs in the high nests?
Oh, because I'm so short, you mean?
No,
I'm just messing with you. I have a ladder.
Acting. Okay.
Hey, can I borrow your ladder?
Okay.
Huh, that's awfully small.
Hey, short things can surprise you, okay?
And now I got an inventory
True.
object. We have an inventory. We're floating an adventure game. Look at that.
Well, I'll leave you alone.
I didn't think anyone would cheer the inventory, but I'm really excited. I'm glad we didn't cut the inventory.
It's extendable.
Okay, we're just going to show you a couple more parts about this game, because really you have to go upstairs and play it with the headphones on. It'll bring a tear to your eye. Really, everything will make sense. You'll laugh at every single joke. Don't play it for too long, though, because it'll spoil all the puzzles for when you hopefully play it when we release it. Early access in January.
Please place your offering into the bowls of enlightenment.
You have to make an offering if
Yes.
you want to go talk to
That is
Harmony
why I said that
Lightbeard.
thing about
He's the
making
guru
an
cult
offering.
leader.
A light offering.
You can put any object in there. Because it's like GTA. We let you do anything you want. It's totally wide open. This is all real time. We make you actually step every step of this ladder all the way to the top.
Hi.
Oh my. A fresh face rises from below. Before you ask, let me answer. Yes, you may live here in Maryland forever.
That's our old friend Jack Black from Brutal Legend, doing the voice of Harmony Lightbeard. Getting the band back together.
I am Harmony Lightbeard.
He was a lot of fun in the
Live
studio.
to
If you watch, there's a new episode of our documentary. What episode is it? 13 or 12? 12? It's 12. Episode 12 is up. If you go on our backer forum, you can see actually Jack in the studio and the antics that went on when we were recording.
Why are you up here so high?
You can talk to him for a while.
I am exactly as high up in Maryland as Maryland.
Actually, I just want to get off this cloud.
Oh, I understand. You're quite mentally ill, aren't you? Have no fear, you've come to the right place.
Thanks for the help. See you later.
Be light, child.
Okay, one more thing. Just one more thing we want to show you. We
I
want to
won't
show you the part where you
remember
jump the hot rod
You
over the
may take
dinosaur. It's
back
coming up
any
really
burden
soon.
you wish, but it hurts you more than anybody.
That's Jessie. I don't want to spoil too much, but Jessie's lost her egg, and you've got to help her find it. They put a golden egg substitute in there to keep her sane, but she's not buying it. So you just pass through. Hopefully
Hey,
she won't
thanks
peck
for
you.
saving my life back there. Sorry I said you were part vulture.
Yeah.
Looks like something big and clumsy came through here.
That's some Melina's Annabelle scratch dialogue for you to enjoy. Yeah,
Man,
she's pretty good.
that sign really did not do this thing justice.
Okay, we want to go visit one more of our characters who's another voice that we
Whoever
just
bashed through Jesse's nest left a trail of
announced
toys
today.
behind them.
That's a puzzle, so don't tell your friends about that puzzle.
Hey, listen, I can explain. I was taking Jesse's egg for cleaning and... Hey, wait, who are you?
You're in big trouble, young man.
Oh, man, don't tell Harmony, okay? He already has it in for me.
That's Gus. Gus, he's a character. And he's being voiced by Pendleton Ward, who's the creator of Adventure Time, who's an awesome guy. And you can voice, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he sounds great. He was also hilarious in the studio. And these guys, like Jack and Pendleton, it's really fun to work with them because they're not just like, even though we're making a big deal of announcing their names, it's not like we're trying to grab big name celebrities to be in the game. These are people who really, really care about games and like games. And if you like follow them on Twitter, you'll see them you'll see Pendleton drawing pictures of Iron Brigade characters. He's crazy about Iron Brigade. And he watches the Matches of Chalice live stream, team stream, which you all should be watching right now. So these guys are real gamers, and they really love to play games, and so it's great working with them. And we have a few more roles to announce, but we'll do that later. And I think that's all we want to show you about the game right now.
Why don't you just let go? I'm 85%
Yeah. So we just want to give you a
sure
taste
someone
of this
would
game, and please go play it. And now we want to show you a whole bunch of other games. Feel free to mill about and check out everything. And otherwise, I'll be milling about and giving out free hugs to everybody.
Well,
yeah.
you hang in there, kid.
I have a slight cold, so I'll be giving out free free, a lot of stuff
Sorry, I'm
free
not going
for you guys.
anywhere
Okay, so
near
thanks for
anyone.
coming. It's really exciting to have you here, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you right now. Okay, bye.
Hello, everybody. There's a lot more games that are going to be shown, and I'm going to show you one of them. My name's Nathan. I'm one of the people from Cappy, who you may know from Sword and Sorcery or Clash of Heroes or various other games. And I'm going to show you a little bit about our next game called Super Time Force. Is everybody enjoying themselves already? You all? I don't know about you guys, but I thought Broken Age looked pretty awesome. I kind of am jealous that I'm not making that game. So I'm going to show you a quick trailer about Super Time Force, and then we're going to show you some video game play of it, and you will enjoy it. I demand so.
There are many powerful forces in the universe. Gravity, magnetism, black holes, karate. But the most powerful and perhaps least understood force in the universe is the Super Time Force. The Super Time Force is composed of separate and highly volatile compounds, each with their own unique and utterly fascinating properties. Compound A is explosive. Compound B is blocky. Compound C is charged. D is for dinosaur. Apart, these compounds are erratic and dangerous. When combined into their super timey state, they are strictly bananas. The Super Time Force exists on a two-dimensional plane, where they can be witnessed jumping, running, and issuing forth a veritable fecal storm of hot violence. But in fact, the Super Time Force also intersects with the third dimension, time. Utilizing the barely understood timeout property, the Super Time Force can actually stop the flow of time and reverse it. The timeout enables the Super Time Force to rewind time itself, and in doing so, duplicate themselves, teaming up with their past selves in, well, the past, and creating an entirely new phenomenon known as single-player co-op. Observe. The specifics of this phenomenon are barely understood by modern science, but it is understood to be fully radical. These few disparate compounds suddenly morph into an integrated and cooperative army of fierce aggressors, whittling down their enemy like parasites, devouring a road-killed carcass. The Super Time Force also has a cat, lives on a fun bus in space, and their favorite food is Jamaican beef patties.
Thanks, everybody. So, just for you, we're gonna have my pal Greg from Supergiant's gonna play the game for a bit while I talk about it, so that I don't actually have to play and talk at the same time, which is actually impossible to do without looking like a complete asshole. So, once we get the game up on the screen, which will happen in almost no time. 3, 2, there, oh, darn. So Super Time Force is a run and gun platformer, kind of in the same vein of Contra or Gunstar Heroes or any of the other ones that you love very much, except with one big twist. At any point in time, when you die or whenever you choose to, you can actually rewind time, choose where you want to jump back into the action, and then play alongside the past versions of yourself. So essentially what you're doing by playing and dying and rewinding time is creating an army of yous that you're playing alongside. So every character in the game is a very unique character. They have their regular, normal gun, and they have their super special, radical gun. And each of those characters kind of works in a different way. Offensive characters, defensive characters. And as you play and as you die, you get a chance to actually, you know, how many people here were alive during VHS era? Who knows? Okay, so basically Super Time Force gives you the VHS control over your own game. You're allowed to rewind and choose the moment that you drop back in. There's a whole bunch of different characters that come from a whole bunch of different time periods. And the time periods in the game are actually the levels that you play. Your goal in Super Time Force is to right the wrongs of history, but not the big ones, not the ones that everybody assumes. Like everybody thinks, okay, I'm going to right a wrong, we're going to automatically jump to Hitler. But we're talking about wrongs like, wouldn't it be cool if the dinosaurs actually lived alongside us and maybe there was a dinosaur president or something like that? So you go back in time and try to save the dinosaurs. Or perhaps the man in charge of Super Time Force really wants to watch a cat video, but he needs to download a whole bunch of plugins. Plugins are annoying, so let's go to the future, get rid of all of the plugins by downloading them all at once. So those are the type of the rights and the wrongs that you're trying to right in Super Time Force. The game is super inspired by a lot of things that we loved about the 80s and early 90s. There's no moments where you go back in time and end up almost kissing your mother, but there are a lot of things that you will recognize from, I know some people say maybe Denver the Last Dinosaur. I'm much more influenced by the TV show Dinosaurs, personally. But there's also characters from a whole bunch of different ranges. Time periods including the Jurassic Park era, maybe a Road Warrior style Mad Max era. It's basically a whole bunch of different time periods that you go through. But the most important thing is you're blowing a lot of stuff up. So this is a game that you can play mashing a lot of buttons and watch a whole bunch of pretty pixels explode. But you can also play it super strategically, pick and choose characters that work better in each time period or in each moment to moment in the game. So you can actually play it kind of like a puzzle or strategy game if you really want to. But you don't have to play it that way. And that's why there's a whole bunch of different types of characters. And that's why you can actually control time. So you can use it, you know, to your own benefit. Hey Greg, try hitting the N button. Is there a keyboard there? Hit N. We're gonna fast forward and show you a second level. Greg is so good at the game that he just beat the level in the middle of the level without using any cheats. That's how good he is at video games. So now we're actually in one of the Mad Max Road Warrior eras. This is where you save the character Melanie Gibson. She's a shotgun-wielding character. If anybody doesn't get that reference, you should leave. I feel really bad about saying that, but another big point of the game is that we love pixel art. We're a studio that has a lot of really rad pixel artists, and we really believe that pixel art is its own style, and it's not just about cheeseball nostalgia. It's actually about creating, you know, a really strong aesthetic vision through the use of pixel art. And it seems like if you're here and you love games, pixel art kind of matters to you too. This is something that we're really trying to, you know, do a lot with. The music is made by our good pal 6955, who is a super rad dude and one of like the amazing guys who kind of helped start Chiptunes. And he's also another fellow Toronto folk. So we love working with Pixels, we love working with amazing musicians, and that's kind of what this game's about. It's also about jokes, and who doesn't love jokes? So yeah, that's Super Time Force for y'all. There's 2 units that you can play upstairs when you're done playing Broken Age. So come by, check it out, make a lot of stuff explode, and travel through some time. Thanks a lot, and enjoy the drinks, buy some merch, play some games, have some fun. Thanks for coming, everyone. I was just asked to say that this game is coming out soon for your Xbox 360.